Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing WWE Friday Night Smackdown, 6th of March 2020. We start with a moment of bliss with Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and their coffee, because of course. Before she brings out a guest, she mentions she has a message for the Kabuki Warriors. They said the titles are supposed to be defended on all brands. When you don't hide on Raw, they're here for you. She then shows all the Hall of Fame class of 2020, which is like Bowers, JBL, other people. I forgot who's in the class this year. She brings out the NWO minus Hulk Hogan. Scott Hall gets the mic and goes, "Heyo!" Sits down. She congratulates them and mentions that they're all going to be two-time Hall of Famers. She said, "I'm the biggest." Nikki's like, "I'm the biggest fan of theirs for life," and she wants a selfie. Cringe, Nikki. Cringe. Stop it. No. Get some help. Alexa then asked Sean what he'd like to be called. The 1-2-3 Kid. Sean. X-Pac. He says, "Just call me a Hall of Famer." She then mentions that he was inducted with the DX and now going in with the NWO. "You've revolutionised the business." I would like to point out at this point, this version of the NWO revolutionised no business. X-Pac was not in the original incarnation of the original trio of NWO. The WWE version did absolutely jack shit. So, yeah, stop talking out your ass. She then mentioned that they had a feud with Bill Goldberg and Kevin Nash beat his streak. What does Roman Reigns have to do to beat Goldberg? He said, "I forgot how I beat Bill." He said, talking to Roman, and Roman asked for advice, he said, "There's two things you need to do to beat Goldberg. Scott Hall and a cattle prod." At least he's making a joke about it. Then they're interrupted by Nakamura, Zayn and Cesaro. They rush along with "Love You" and "We are the future. Stop talking about past. We're going to eliminate Braun Strowman. And we're going to get the Intercontinental title. And Razor, you're one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. Kevin Nash, you won the title too. Sean Maltman, you know how much it weighs after carrying their bags for so many years." Ooh, burn. Nash said Sammy's talking tough for someone who looks like Seth Rogen after 2 weeks of stomach flu. Ooh. Sammy's like, "You think you're funny? We can drop you in 2 seconds. So yeah, let's see if you can touch us on your best days. Let's go for it." "Well, we're not going to fight you. You're not going to get the rub from fighting us. We're going to focus on our objective. We're going to destroy Braun Strowman." He then comes down and beats everybody up. And then poses with the NWO. Braun says it'll be too sweet. This was just cringe. Generally, this was not a good segment. I mean, yay, they're back. It was nice for a nostalgia trip. But WWE's relying way too much on nostalgia trips. It's not good for business when you're getting your stars burying other stars for the sake of, "Oh, look, we're the NWO. We were popular 23 years ago? Fucking hell. Jesus. Sorry, the time has hit me in reality. Then we go to Lacey Evans and Naomi versus Bayley and Sasha. Sasha with a double knee drop for the 3 count. The match was alright. Going to give it a 2.25 out of 5. We then move on to Kofi Kingston and Big E getting interviewed. Can we recreate Kofi Mania? He says he cannot reminisce about past like Al Bundy. They've got to look ahead at the gauntlet match. They have more stamina. Then a moose in mating season, they can go for hours and hours. They will win tonight and move on to be the 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. I'm going to be honest now. The New Day are really, really starting to get boring. Maybe it's because they haven't got Xavier. I don't know, but they're just... It's the same thing. My liking for them is starting to run out now. I've been watching them for 4 years. 4 years doing the same thing over and over again, and my patience is wearing thin with it. Oh, they need to, sort them out and give them some other cool thing to do. Then we see Bailey and Sasha like, I've been doing good since you left. Sasha's like, I will dedicate my album to you. No one can touch us with a role model era. And then they mention, why the hell are the Ballas going into the Hall of Fame before us? We should skip WrestleMania and go straight to the Hall of Fame. Okay, I mean, I get the sentiment, but they've been in the business for like 10 years longer than you, and of course they're going to go in the Hall of Fame. You two have not had a Hall of Fame worthy career yet. I don't know, I'm being overly annoyed about this, but this is just Smackdown shit writing. Oh god. Okay. Moving on, Apollo Crews is in the gorilla position. Shorty G shows up and Crews says, I don't need your help. He says, we have the same goal, if you need my help. It's there, offers a handshake, but Crews just leaves. Like that a little bit. I liked it. And then Sheamus went against Apollo Crews. A little bit of a match, bro kick for the 3 count. Not going to rate the match because it was just basically kind of like there to make Sheamus look good. They did that. I like Sheamus. I like Apollo Crews. Chad Gable, if they actually changed his name back to that, would be nice. He's alright. I like him. He's a good character. Just kind of need to drop the stupid name. Then Drew Gulak is in the back with Drake Maverick, and Drake says, I want to fight Daniel Bryan. Drew says he knows all of Daniel Bryan's 163 weaknesses, but Drake is not ready. If you're looking for weakness 17A about round kicks, Daniel's standing behind Drew and tells Drew he's interested in hearing about his weaknesses. Daniel tells Drew that he will be in Philadelphia, so why not step into the ring at Elimination Chamber. 7 out of 10. Really did enjoy that segment. It was actually very entertaining. Drew Gulak needs something better to do. I mean, he's with Daniel Bryan, so I can't say he's failing, but they just need to kind of make him look halfway decent, please. I'm asking for something nice. Then we go to Carmelo and Dana Brooke versus Fire and Desire with Dolph Ziggler. Mandy with a running knee for a 3 count. Match is going to get 2. I don't see the appeal of Dana Brooke. I mean, here's another Dana Brooks-esque rant that I'm going to do, surprisingly, on this channel. But Michael Cole's like, she's one of the most improved wrestlers in WWE to date. Fuck off, is she? She's still awful. Carmella's competent. But Carmella and Dana Brooke, really? Really? You're going to drag Carmella into this? She was doing great work with R-Truth a few months ago, and now she's this. Sort it out, WWE. Put her back with R-Truth, please. That was more entertaining. I liked that. Then we go to Firefly Funhouse. But we do see John Cena's return. There's loads of John Cena photos all over the wall in the Firefly Funhouse. Bray asks, what do you think? He says, you must be asking yourself, why John Cena? Ramblin' Rabbit says, he knows why. It's because he destroyed you 6 years ago at Mania. Bray says, time can either hurt you or heal you. He said, if it wasn't for John Cena, the Firefly Funhouse wouldn't exist. Bray thanks Cena and forgives him. However, there is a catch. John Cena also helped create something else. A being built on pain and fueled by vengeance. He's waiting at WrestleMania, and he is not so forgiving. Life is a circle, and whatever beast you make of yourself, the dark side comes again. That's the beauty of a circle. Round and round we go. Let me in. It's 10 out of 10. It's Bray Wyatt. He's good, of course. Then we go to Baron Corbin being interviewed. Kaylee said, you got a history with Roman. He's like, the history is done. Let's talk about his plans for WrestleMania. And then Elias starts strumming. Baron shouts at Elias, says he's a one-trick pony. He lives in a fantasy world. If he gives up, if Elias gives up, he'll have to answer to his king. We go into this feud now. Moving swiftly on, as quick as I physically can. We go to Heavy Machinery in the back. Otis apologises to Mandy for Valentine's Day. He said he got a text saying she would be late. She said it's a little too late. A woman doesn't appreciate being stood up by it like that, and walks away. Mandy, you were there for 20 minutes. That's not really being stood up. Jesus Christ. Moving on. Then we have the gauntlet match for the final entry in the Elimination Chamber. We start with the New Day versus Heavy Machinery. Otis tags in, hits compactor, 3 count, eliminates the New Day. Then we have Lucha House Party versus Heavy Machinery. Caterpillar, 3 count. The Usos versus Heavy Machinery. Jay with a super kick for a near fall. Tucker with a roll up for the 3 count. Then we have Miz Morrison versus the Heavy Machinery. Tucker with an inside cradle on Morrison for the 3 count. After the match, Miz and Morrison attack Tucker, hit a double stomp and skull crushing finale on Tucker. Otis is sent through the ringside barrier. Mandy is in the gorilla position, looking at the screen, worried about Otis. Dolph says, why is she worried about Otis? Then we have Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus Heavy Machinery. Tucker fought like a champion in this. Otis manages to finally get back. Ziggler stops the Caterpillar, hits a super kick, 3 count. Ziggler and Roode win. God damn it. I'm going to give this a 3.5 for the whole gauntlet match. Oh, you know what? I'm being unfair. 3.75 for the gauntlet match. It was really good. Really, really good. It made Heavy Machinery look like a dominant tag team. The only reason they lost is because they got screwed by the champions. So, overall, it made them look really good and helped their babyface push at the minute. I liked it. It was really, really good. A great way to end Smackdown. Now, how did I feel about this Smackdown? It was okay. There was moments I enjoyed. The gauntlet match, the stuff going on with Sheamus. Daniel Bryan made a cool appearance. The Fiend. You know what? I'm going to give this show a 5 out of 10. It was average. It's not been anywhere near the slog to watch as it was for the last few weeks. Overall, it was better than the last few weeks. But still not great. They still need to work on this. Definitely. Now, as always, I do hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please smash that like button. And share and subscribe. Follow on Twitch if you're watching this on Twitch. And I shall catch you all later. Bye.